Ladies, I love you so much. So beautiful, so kind, so sweet. I see y'all in my comment section. I love it. I love seeing you there. My moderators try to keep my comment section positive, so it's so good to see so many positive women want to come together and discuss some things that they may not understand. I know it's a lot of women out there that are looking for men to provide for them. You know, you're looking for husbands, you're looking for sugar daddies, you're looking for guys out here that's just going to break bread with you. Okay? And I've said a number of times that men have naturally invested in me. They have naturally just given me money. Most of the donations I've even got on YouTube have all been from men. Even on my OnlyFans right now, predominantly men just kicking out bread, cash apping me, and they're not supposed to cash app me. OnlyFans is really, they almost kicked me off OnlyFans because I kept promoting third party like payments. It was like, if you don't quit this, I need for you to stop this. And so I had to stop because, you know, they don't play with that. But men was sending me $200, $300, $800. I sell my pictures. A lot of people wondering what I do on OnlyFans. I don't do pornography or anything, but because I'm an attractive woman, I'm beautiful. A lot of men are attracted to me. They pay to see, you know, my thoughts or just to talk to me. I don't communicate with anyone off of OnlyFans. OnlyFans is the only place people can talk to me. So it's a lot of guys that have been my fans for years. They come over there and they talk to me. A lot of men ask me out all the time. A lot of men ask me to do FaceTimes. Men want to travel from where they live to where I live to come and, you know, hang with me. Men have no problem investing in me. Sometimes I've heard some people speak of me, men that have never interacted with me before, and try to make it seem like because of the last situation I was in with my son's father and how things ended between he and I, that I must not be a woman of value. And don't let the bullshit fool you. Okay? Me dating my son's father was the first time I actually decided to date a man that was blue collar. And I do want to say, after trying it, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes a woman could ever make. And the only reason why I tried dating someone who was blue collar was because so many men inside of my audience were telling me that I needed to get out of my own way to find love. And that there were plenty of good men out there who weren't making as much money as me, or didn't have a college degree, or didn't have, you know, the kind of men I was used to being around. I'm not used to being around a man who was broke. No other man I've been with has been broke. And anytime I've been in a situation with a man, even though I've usually been the breadwinner, you have to factor in that I make a lot of money. And when I was dealing with so many things in my life where I ended up with a man like my son's father, I think after being in one of the lowest points of my life at that time, I think I chose him because that's the level I was at that moment. And instead of me waiting until I got to a higher level financially and where I genuinely wanted to be, and then chose a man, I decided to choose a man that had the potential I believed he had. And that's a mistake. Ladies, don't fall for potential, because there's a possibility that he don't follow through with his potential. Okay, just remember that. Now, like I said, there's women out there that's looking for providers, and that's good. But you also have to factor in there, what if something happens to this man? Think about that. When you're inside of these relationships and you do finally get you your sugar daddy, or you get you your provider, where are you saving money along the way? There's a lot of women that make that mistake where they're spending all their money that they're getting from this man and not building wealth on the side. You have to do both. You can't just use a man for his money, sit home all day, cook, clean, look beautiful, shop. You know what I mean? And don't figure out how to multiply what you get from him. That's the dumb move. You got to make sure that the money that you get, you turn into something else, so there could be money also there. I'm not telling you to steal from him. I'm not telling you to be sneaky. I'm telling you to make sure that if anything happens, maybe you get divorced. Maybe he leaves after you guys have 1, 2, maybe 3 children. That shit happens. It's married women right now inside of the single moms group I have on Facebook talking about how they're married and still feel like a single mother because their husbands are never home. Their husbands are working. It's one chick in here right now talking about her husband been gone for 3 days. And he leaves like that all the time. And he's such an asshole and blah, blah, blah. And they're married and have 3 boys. So just factor this in. Marriage does not save you. A lot of women looking for marriage. And there's nothing wrong with you waiting first before you have sex with the man so you can see what kind of man he is. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to be married. To me, marriage, to me specifically, I have my opinions about marriage. To me, marriage is a business arrangement. Because really, if you was marrying just off of love, you wouldn't need to go to the courthouse to file paperwork and get a license. When you have to get a license for something, that's business. All right? So just keep that in your mind. Remember that. Your money changes. Your taxes changes. So when you do decide to marry someone, make sure you marry somebody that has something. All right? Now, I said that there's some women out there, you're looking for sugar daddies, you're looking for providers, and that makes sense. That's what you're supposed to be looking for. You're supposed to be looking for guys that have something. And when you date down, because people were telling me, Soncerae, you dated down, Soncerae, you dated down. I did. And during that time, I wasn't thinking in that way because I always felt like, because I always had my own income, if I was to ever get in a relationship with a man, I never had to worry about his money. But what I forgot to factor in is, what if something happens to me and I don't have any money? And that's exactly what happened. And instead of the man that I was with kicking into gear and being the provider that I thought he would be, he got weak and ran, leaving me to have to clean up the mess alone. I take care of my son alone. I supposed to get $60 a week in child support. He's about $600 to maybe $600, something like that. Yeah. $1,000, maybe $1,000 behind in child support. $60 a week is nothing. Any woman that has children knows that. But I make significantly more than him, so his child support payments are extremely low. But the point I'm trying to make is that when I got sick and I was pregnant and I couldn't work, he was supposed to kick into gear and be the provider. And while we were dating, we always went half on everything. Of course, he spent money on me and bought me things. And yeah, but just because a man buys you stuff, just because a man drives across town to pick you up, that's just an example. Just because a man might sit down and give you oral sex for hours until you come on yourself over and over and over again, it doesn't mean that he's going to stick around when times get rough for you. Or when he decides he sees another woman who is beautiful, who got a fatter ass, who keep walking by him at his job. He end up talking to her because she comfortable with giving him play, even knowing he got a girlfriend or a wife. This is what you got to factor in. So while you're looking for these guys that have all this money, and trust me, getting money out of men is not complicated. It's not a hard thing to do. Most men want to provide. And if a man doesn't want to provide for you, then you need to excuse him because clearly he got money issues, or he been so misused by another woman, he don't even want to deal with you. When I tell women to go out here and look for providers, I'm not going to tell a woman to sit here and be malicious and manipulative. Nah. I'm just telling you to be smart with these guys and be very selective about who you end up dating or even giving your time to. It's stages with me. It's like, who are you exactly to even get me to want to be on the phone with you? And then who are you exactly for you to get me to want to FaceTime with you? And then who are you exactly to get me to want to go on a date with you? Then who are you exactly to get me to want to go on another date with you? Then what are you bringing to the table other than looking good, having a big dick, and got some decent, conspiracy theories popping off for me to be interested in, what more you got outside of that to make me want to keep dating you? And then how long you gonna stick around after we have sex with each other? What if I got the 90-day rule and I take my time and wait to let you hit? So after that, then what? These are things that you have to think about. And a lot of women will look at other men and be like, oh, he's so fine. He got money. But in order for you to know who these men are, you got to look at what's happening in their life that has nothing to do with the relationships that they're having. What are they doing to help their personal growth? What kind of activities do they have? Do they work out? Do they eat right? What projects are they working on? What are they doing that's purposeful? What are they doing that's helping their growth? I don't mean, oh, he what's helping his growth? He got a YouTube channel and he's sitting hanging out with other fellas on YouTube all day, disrespecting women. That is not, no, come on. That's immature, it's childish. That's nothing, okay? That is not, no. Not what I mean, boo-boo. Oh, he go to the studio every night. He recording his album. Don't nobody know who he is. He on SoundCloud. Stuff like that. No. And I'm not saying these guys' dreams and aspirations are something you should ignore. But you really, really, really got to see something solid. You got to see them stepping foot into them dreams. If they ain't never been to college, if they ain't never graduated from high school, if they smoking weed every damn day, if they drinking too much, if they partying too much, these are things that you need to look at with these men. If they're walking around here with 300 baby mamas, don't try to be 301. That's a trip. I don't even know why girls even... Listen, it's some of these rappers out here, right now, like Future. Like, why would anybody want to be his baby mama? You know how many rappers out here with all these baby mamas? And they know he got all these other baby mamas, but they decide they want to be the next one. That's too much. Why would you want to join this harem of women? These men with all of these baby mamas and all of these different children, they're having a difficult time fathering them. So best believe they'll have a difficult time fathering your child. You're no different. And a lot of women want to feel like they're different. Like, oh, he's going to treat me different because he loved me. I'm the one he married. I'm the one that he did this and that to. I'm the one he give all this money to, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he might feel all these things about you. But don't forget the pattern. He has a pattern. There is a pattern there. And usually when we're looking at the characters of these men, they don't just change overnight. They don't just suddenly wake up one morning and be Prince Charming. That's not how it works. If you want a casual fling with somebody and you're not factoring in, their finances and stuff, and you just want to have fun, then make sure you use some protection. Because you don't want to have a baby by a man that you casually fucking. That's the biggest mistake right there. You don't want to have a relationship with a man like that. A co-parent relationship with a man that you were just casually sleeping with. Honestly, I feel like casual sex is a waste of time. I may have done it when I was younger. I think I've had casual sex maybe like a handful of times. I don't like casual sex because it's boring. I have to genuinely be into a man in order to have sex with him or to keep having sex with him. Casual sex is so boring. And I remember talking about having casual sex before with someone about 10 years ago and how I enjoyed it. And I think the reason why I enjoyed it so much was because of the friendship. And what I required from him was simple. I required respect from him. We went out on dates together still. We went out to bars and had drinks. We went out and played pool. We did a lot of things together. And I required those things. And had he not been doing any of those things, we probably wouldn't have done anything casual. That's casual to me. I think a lot of other women, they'll just sleep with a man and that's it, and don't want to do nothing or go anywhere else. And that's classified as a casual fling for them. For me, it's much more to it than, we're just sleeping with each other. I really gotta have some type of friendship with you. I gotta care about you a little bit. I may not want to be in a relationship, but I definitely gotta care about you. So yeah, I've done casual flings, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of women out there that have done it. But don't be stupid, man. Don't be stupid with it. I remember being just out of my mind with it, with this one guy. Like, I just liked having sex with him so much, I didn't even care. Unprotected and everything. Don't be that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. I did that tripping. You understand?